Okay, so I will be recording this session, and at the end of it I'll tell you where you can go and actually see a copy of it. So if it's something that you want to refer back to, then you certainly can at any other time. Okay, I'm just going to make sure. So Jean and Mary Jane, you can both hear me talking and see the iPad on your screen, correct? Okay, now what you're actually seeing is my iPad. I'm actually using a software that is called Reflector is what I'm using. So just in case you're wondering what that is, I actually have a software on my computer that enables me to wirelessly project my iPad. So you're actually seeing a picture of my iPad. So as we go through and look at different things, you'll be able to actually see them right on my iPad. All right, so today, hopefully you're here to learn a little bit about, photos on your iPad. So what we're going to start with are just some basics. I just want to make sure that everybody understands what they can do as far as even taking a picture with the camera app. So I don't know if you have an iPad with you or if you're taking notes, or again, you can just go back and look at the video. But I'm going to go ahead and just open up the camera app. Just going to tap on that and open that up. And the reason why I want to just take a minute and show you the camera app is I'm sure you know, but back in September, Apple actually released a new version of their operating software. Okay, I see Mary Jane, you don't have an iPad yet, but maybe, do you have an iPhone by chance, Mary Jane? Okay, Jill's sharing. Sharing is good. Oh, oh, okay. Is everybody in the same room? Do I have Jean, Jill, and Mary Jane? You're all in the same room? Oh, okay, just Mary. Okay, so you ladies are together then, the high school. Oh, okay, so you're going to be getting an iPad cart. All right, that's good. Okay, so I'll keep that in mind. Your high school teachers, what subject material do you teach by chance? I see your high school. Oh, okay, technology mentor. Very nice. Jill, then you can take this back to other teachers then. Very good. Okay, so I do have my camera app open. I just want to show you a few things in here as far as uh, what you can do. Oh, library. Mary Jane's library. Very nice. Now, the iPad that you ladies have with you, does it look like mine? Are you seeing these choices when you open the camera app? I just want to see if we have the same operating system. Oh, good. All right, ladies, the good news is we have the same operating system. So if I show you something on my iPad, it should look like the one on your iPad. So that's a good thing. All right, ladies, if you look on, the reason I'm showing you the camera app is I want you to see that you have three choices over there: video, photo, and square. So whether you're taking a video of something or a still image, a photo, you come into your camera app. Both of those functions exist in there. Now the square function that you see, that's a new function. That came in with the new operating system just in September. And the reason they brought that in is for social media. So if you do something like Instagram or any of those, Snapchat, it makes a square photo. So again, it makes it a little different size and it's nicer for the social media. Now I don't know if you see up there it says HDR, mine says HDR off. If I use that function, if I just tap that and I turn it on, what my camera likes to do, if I turn that on, the HDR on, and I take a picture, what actually happens, let me just come out of that app. I'm going to go to my Photos app. The Photos app you see there looks like the little color flower. If I open that up, you'll see down on the bottom that actually took a couple of different photos for me. Because what the HDR tries to do is it actually takes a picture at different amounts of exposure and it tries to get you the best picture. So even though you're only taking one picture, you actually get multiple pictures to choose from. Okay, so again, in the camera, that's the HDR function. High dynamic range is what that stands for, high dynamic range. Okay, now if you see the camera, up here. You can see the camera up here with the little arrows on it. If you click on that, or actually tap on it with your finger, see, you can actually see, there I am, ladies, right there. You can see me doing the little webinar here for you. All right, so again, and then if I switch that back around, you'll see it goes back towards my computer. So I have a back camera and I have a front camera. Okay, so that's your camera on the iPad. Not too bad, but again, that's where you go to take both your videos and your still photos, ladies. Okay, now I'm going to go over here to my Photos app, which again this looks like a colored flower. And what I want you to see, that when I get into the Photos app, and you can see all my different photos in here, one thing that you will notice, they're actually organized by date, and that's automatically done. You take the photo, they're automatically organized, so you can see, the different time periods that I took photos, which isn't a bad thing because, oh, I'm cutting out quite a bit. Sorry. Hold on, let me try a different microphone. Sorry about that, ladies. Let's try. Let's see, let's get. Can you ladies hear me? Does that sound better? All right, ladies, I appreciate that. All right. So I'm now back to my iPad, and again, I'm just showing you I'm in the Photos app, and you can see that my photos are just organized by date, which can be nice because if I know I took a photo on a certain day, I can just go back and look for that photo. So it's actually a nice feature. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to look for a photo. I'll just find a photo in here. Let's see. What photo do I want to go with? All right, I'll just go here and tap that open. Okay, nice picture of the snow. All right, now I've opened up this photo just by tapping on it, and you can, oh, I don't know, you actually can't see that, but up in the right hand corner I have an edit button. So if I tap on edit, you'll now see I have all these choices. You can see rotate, enhance, filters, red eye, and crop. So I could rotate the picture. I can try to enhance it. What it tries to do is enhance if it's dark, it tries to lighten it. If it's, light, it tries to darken it, and so on. I do have some filters, which are kind of fun. Oh, you know what? It's not showing you the filters. I realize you can see my choices, but you can't see what I'm doing to it. Oh, there it goes. It's just being slow. All right, so I can apply different filters here. Black and white, add some, different color to it, things like that, and apply the filter. And then I have a totally different looking picture than what I started with. Red eye, if I happen to have somebody with red eye, I can just get that right out of there. And then I could crop it. Just bring it in real easy here, and you just go ahead and crop that red car right out there. Crop it, and now my picture looks entirely different. I've cropped it in on that red car. Okay, hit save, and I'm done. So the nice thing is, built right into your Photos app, you have different, editing features: rotate, enhance, filters, red eye, and crop. So that's nice that it's just built right into an app you already have. All right, just going to close my Photos app there for a second. All right. Okay, I want to show you ladies a trick here. You can see my iPad screen. You can see the the little boxes, the apps there. You can see that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to press my home button, which you can see it's over there to the left. You can actually see the cursor there. That's the home button. And then if I go across the screen to where you see what is the camera, okay, right up on that top edge there, you have a little button. That's your on-off button. So I'm going to press those two buttons together, the home button and the on-off button. And I don't know if you noticed, but my iPad just did a little blink. If I go back to Photos, you'll actually see that what happened was it actually took a picture of my screen down there. You see it down there on the bottom where it says today? I can tap on that, and that's actually a photo, because you'll see if I tap on edit, that it takes it into an editing mode, and I can actually do things to that photo. So you can screenshot anything on your iPad. So you can go into the camera app and take a picture of something that you want to, or you can just simply take a screenshot of anything on the iPad, anything at all. Okay. The other thing that you can do, ladies, is you have your Safari app. I'm going to go into my Safari app. And when I get into Safari, I have a search box at the top. I'm just going to tap on that. You will notice I can search for something. I'll just search for an apple. So I'm letting it search for an apple. And you can see Google's there. I'm going to tap on images. You can see some pictures of apples came up. What I'm going to do is just press on one of them, one of the pictures, just tap on it, and it comes up bigger. Then I'm going to press and hold my finger on it. And notice I can do different things with it, but it says, one of them says to save the image. So I'm going to tap Save the Image, come back out of Safari, go to my photos, and now what you'll see is that apple is now in my photos. So I can take a picture of something with my camera app. I can do a screenshot by tapping the home button and the on-off button together of anything on the iPad. And I can also go to the internet, find an image, tap on it, and select Save Image. So 3 different ways you can get images directly onto your iPads. Okay. I'm going to show you some different apps, some free apps that you can use to do some things with your photos that you may have on your iPad. One of the first apps I'm going to show you is something called Pic Collage. Let me just find it here. Well, that's interesting. Hold on just a second. Let me just look at something here. For some reason, I managed to take that app off my iPad, so I'm just throwing it back on my iPad here. I should just take a second. I'll let that load. I'll just come back out. I'll show you a different app. Okay, I'm going to show you an app called Photoshop Express. So PS Express. Now, you may be familiar with Photoshop. It's, it's software you can certainly have on your computer. But this is an Adobe Photoshop Express you can have on your iPad. And this is a free app, and it will let you do quite a few things to a photo. So I'll just bring up a photo here. So there you can see I have that little kitty at the spa. And you'll see on the bottom of the screen, I have different filters that I can apply to that picture. And you can see how that keeps changing. So I can go ahead and, like I said, I can do some different filters on that. And this is all in the Adobe Photoshop Express. I also have the ability to do some cropping in here too. Then I have all these other choices. You can see I can actually change some different things here. For example, I can give it a different tint. It just depends on what I'm trying to do to this picture. I can also do red eye, and I can frame it. So you can see I started with that little cat, and now I've applied some crazy filters to it, and even a frame where I've circled it. Now when I'm done with this, you'll notice up in the right hand corner I have a little arrow there. I can just go ahead and just save that right to my camera roll. And what that means, if I go back to my photos again, alright, so I just get back to my Photos app, open it up, and what you should see now is there's the little kitty right down there by the apple. So again, it's a free app, and it has tons of things that you can actually do to your photos in there. So that's nice. First, that it's free, and second, that it has so many options. All right. So that was Photoshop Express. You can see it right there. It has the blue box there. It says, PS Express. Okay, just doing a little sound check there. I'm glad to hear that everybody can still hear me. Okay, I'm now going to show you an app called Skitch. Skitch, Skitch. So I'm just going to go ahead and open Skitch up. Now, Skitch is another free app. I'm doing my best to show you free apps, you know, because money is not always available. So let's take a look at what Skitch will do for us. So here in my photos, I actually happen to have a picture of Africa. Okay, so I'm in Skitch, and what I can actually do with Skitch, I have a little pink dot over there on the left. If I press and hold that, I can choose a different color. Let's see, I'm going to go with yellow. And then over on the right, I have an arrow. And if I tap on that, you see I have different choices. So if I select the arrow and I come over here to my picture, you'll now see that I actually have an arrow that I can use to highlight or, you know, make something pop out in the picture. Tap on the arrow again. Now I selected the A, which once I select the A, if I just tap on my picture, let's see. Yeah. All right, we'll do that. And then I can just move that text around. I can even make it a little bit larger if I'd like to. Whoops, I got to keep it on the actual picture. Okay, so again, you can just go ahead between using arrows and text. I even have shapes here. So if I was to choose a shape, I can actually come over here and take the shape and go around something. There's Madagascar. So again, I can annotate over the picture with arrows and shapes and put my text in there. Now when I'm all done, you'll notice up in the right hand corner there in the top, I have a box with an arrow. If I tap on that, it says that I can share it, I can share with a caption, that kind of a thing. Okay, but I'm not going to share it right now. Instead, I'm going to tap those three arrows. No, not that. Just want to save it. There we go. Yeah, I'll share it. Now I'm going to share. I'm ready. Okay, so I'm just going to simply choose Save the Image, and you can guess it goes right back to my Photos app. So again, if I go back into my Photos app, you'll now see that the map of Africa, it should be popping in there. There it goes. So this is actually now in my Photos app. Okay? All right. So again, that's called Skitch. It's, you know, it's a great app for taking a picture and annotating it with text and lines and shapes and things like that. All right, let me go back to Pic Collage here. If I can find that one now. I don't know what that one's doing. Let me see. There it is. Okay. Okay. So here we have Pic Collage. It's just saying it wants to send me push notifications. I don't want that, so I'll say no. I'm not signing in. Now notice it says tap here to create a new collage. So I tap there. It says tap anywhere to add a photo, but you'll notice in the left-hand corner on the bottom, I actually have, I can choose how I want my layout to look. So how many photos am I going to be bringing in? How do I want those to look? I'll go with this one. Okay, so, and it says tap anywhere to add a photo. So I can just tap there. And notice my different choices. I can use my camera and take a picture. I can add photos, again, out of my photos. I can go find photos on the web. I can do all kinds of things. I'm going to say use the camera. Oh, not use the camera, sorry. I didn't mean to say, I meant to say add photos from my photos that I already have. Okay, camera roll. All right. So what I can do is go ahead, tap on that, and add it. Okay, so you can see the little kitty popped in there. Tap up here, add photos. Got another picture up there. Trying to get my little dog in there. Let's see. And we got that one. So again, I can go through here and I can just keep pulling in my photos. Let's see. Find something a little bit different here. is, oh, I know where I want to go. There we go. Just want to get a different section of my photos here. Okay, there we go. Actually, let's see. Edit the photo. Don't want to do anything with that. Oh, there we go. Okay. I'm going to pull that. There we go. There we go. All right. There we go. Just resizing that. Need to find a different one for the center one. Something that will fit in there. Okay, how about a little snow? Okay, we have a little snow in the center. Add one more photo. And get this funky looking one of the kitty. Okay, so again, I can go ahead and make this pic collage. And then when I'm all done with it, notice I have a little arrow down the right hand corner. I can actually post it to different places. I can put it right up on Facebook if I want to. You can see that as a choice. But I'll just go ahead and say close that. But notice I can save it to my library. So I'll just say save to library. And it says saved. And you can imagine if I go back to my photos again, you should see that I have that photo should show up in here. And there it is. It's actually right here on the bottom. And you can see it's actually in there as that collage. So, I mean, this is, this can be used in different ways. If the students were doing something in the classroom, they could have 5 different pictures here that represent the same theme or idea, or, you can make a fun collage for your own use. All right. Come back out of my photos. Thank you, Mary Jane. Actually, let me go back here. I actually made I want to show you one that I made. Let me see if I can get that to come up for you. Come on, what's it doing here? There it goes. There's an example of, my sister was 50 last week, and I made that and sent it to her on Facebook. So she thought that was pretty cool. But again, you can see I put those 5 pictures in there and sent it off to her, and she thought it was kind of fun. Okay, I'm going to close my Photos app. Oh, wait, we have Kay. I didn't even I'm sorry. Never said hello to you, Kay. Yes, Jill, the pick stitch that you're talking about, would do the exact same thing that you saw me, bringing some pictures together. You can find different ones that'll let you make collages. So definitely, I'm just trying to stick to some free ones. So, again, not that, the pick stitch isn't, it's just, there's so many fun apps you can find out there to do things with your pictures. It's almost crazy sometimes how many you can find. Okay, here's something though. We have pictures. We can have all kinds of pictures. The thing is, how do we get them off of our iPad? How do we share them with others? That could look different if we're in the classroom compared to, we have our own personal device, those sorts of things. So let's look a little bit at sharing these things. How do we actually get them off of here? All right. Let me make my iPad. I just realized my iPad was looking a little small here. Let me drag that back out. There we go. It's making that a little bit bigger. Okay. So where I'm going to go is back into my photos for a minute here. And I'm going to go back down to some of the photos that you've actually seen me playing with here today. So I'm going to bring up this picture of the kitty at the spa there, looking kind of crazy with its little effect. what I'm actually going to do, and you can't see it, but down in the left-hand corner is a little box with an arrow. And when I tap on it, I actually have the option of emailing it. Actually, let me cancel that for a second. Hold on a second. Let me take a screen. Delete that. Hold on just a second. I'm going to take a screenshot of that so I can show you what that looks like, what I'm talking about. There we go. Let me bring that screenshot up. Okay. So, come on, screenshot. Okay, so there's what I did is I actually took a screenshot of this. When I had the picture of the kitty up, down in the lower left-hand corner was a box with an arrow. When I clicked on that, it gave me all of these choices as to what I could do with my image. Notice I could send it as a text message. I could email it. If I work with iCloud, I can do that. If I tweet on Twitter, I could send it that way. I can send it right to Facebook. The next two, those are Chinese. Don't worry about those. Flickr. I don't know if any of you ladies have a Flickr account, but Flickr, believe it or not, lets you save 500,000 photos in your online account for free. So if I was to just tap on Flickr, I could send it right up to my Flickr account off of the iPad. So that's actually, that's a pretty sweet deal right there. Okay, you see some other options on the bottom. You could copy it and then paste it someplace else. You can actually run a slideshow of your pictures. AirPlay. AirPlay is what I'm actually using right now to wirelessly project my iPad for you to see on my computer. So AirPlay is a built-in feature. All right. You could assign it to a contact. So if you have a picture of your friend, you want to assign it to the contact, you can do that. You can also make it the wallpaper, the background on your iPad. And if you have the ability to print and you need an AirPrint printer, then you can go ahead and print it. So again, that's just a screenshot, so I'll come back off of it. But again, if I choose that little kitty picture and I tap in the corner and I choose mail, actually it pops up where I could send it right out as an email. So that's one way that you can just easily send out a picture. Just send it right out via email. The only thing that you have to keep in mind, come back out for a second, you do have a mail app. You can see it right there on my screen up in the right hand corner. What you have to do is actually go in there and set up email. You have to set up the email. But you set it up ahead of time and then you can email out of different apps. So that can be an issue in a school. They don't always want to put an email on an app. Put an email in the mail app. So that can be an issue. All right. Let me come back out of there. But I want to show you something that I saw that was used in a school. So here's what I'm going to do. I have an app called Bump. B-U-M-P. Bump. I'm going to go ahead and open up the Bump app. Now, when I open up the Bump app, you can just see my name there. And I'm going to just go ahead and flick that. Just flicked it over with my finger. Now you can see my images. So what I'm going to do is tap on the little kitty that I changed its effect. And now I'm going to show you something on the computer which is pretty cool. It's going to bring up the internet here. Okay, bringing up the internet. And I'm actually going to go to bu.mp. I know that sounds strange. So I opened up my Bump app, which is free, which has access to all my pictures. And now what I'm going to do is take my iPad, and you saw what I did there where I selected, whoops, let me just get that out of there for a second. You saw where I've selected the picture. Okay, now watch what happens. Get the iPad out of the way. Okay, so now I'm just going to take my iPad, I'm going to tap my spacebar on my computer with the iPad. Now, notice it says, can it connect over there with my device? I say yes. I say connect on my iPad. It's connecting. Notice it actually bumped this picture over to my computer. It's wild. So I opened up the Bump app, chose the photo, and you can choose multiple photos too. Came over here, tapped my space bar. This is now, you're going to see, I can download this right onto my computer. I'm going to save that. And let's see. Should be, where did you go? Get back on here. Get back up here. Where's my little kitty? I want to download it. Oh, save the file. Okay, I know. I got to go into my pictures. All right. Just have to get into my pictures here on my computer. So what you're seeing now is my computer screen. And right here, it says photo, if I just go ahead and double click that, and so this is on my computer now, and that should be, and there it is, it popped up. So I took the picture on my iPad, and I applied the effect on my iPad and just bumped it right over to my computer using my free bump app and the website bu.mp. So it's a pretty cool feature, and I have seen this used in schools. I actually saw it during a summer program. That is correct, Mary Jane. All I did was opened up my bump app, selected the photo, and I came over with my iPad, and yes, I tapped the space bar, and the photo went right over to my computer. It's pretty cool. I've seen the kids use it in school. I've seen them. They were writing newsletters and they were taking pictures. They would take the pictures and then they would bump them from the iPad to their computers. So it's again, it works well within a school. Internet connection. The internet, you would have to have internet on the computer. That is correct. You would, because I have to go to bu.mp. And yes, it is pretty cool, Mary Jane. I saw fifth graders using this, and they thought it was amazing. They just couldn't believe how they could just do that. Yeah, I'm using the iPad. That is correct. I am on the iPad. So, but again, what you need is you need the Bump app, and you need to go to bu.mp. Here's what's nice though. When we say internet connection, it doesn't even have to be Wi-Fi. I've actually bumped to my computer at my house, which has is plugged in. It's not Wi-Fi. So it's pretty cool. Internet connection on the iPad, yes, that's how it does it. It actually goes through the internet connection. So they would both have to be on the internet. Yes. Yes. So internet for both computer and iPad, and that's how it connects. It's really, it is a really awesome app. I have to say that. So let me just close this. This is on my computer, because you'll see now I'm going to drag the iPad back over. Okay, so the iPad's back over. So again, this orange that you're seeing, that is the background on my computer. So I just bumped it right over there. Pretty cool. All right, so we talked about emailing, we talked about our Bump app, and another thing I did mention Flickr. I did mention Flickr, and again, you have to have a Flickr account, but that is free, and remember, 500,000 images. Let me just show you what that looks like if I actually go to my photo app, and I want to send this picture up to Flickr. So if I choose Flickr, whoops, not that, sorry, hold on just a second. I'm going to have to take a second. It wants me to have an account. But I do have an account. But once you have an account, you can just send that right up there. So just remember it was on, get that screenshot back up. There we go. Oh, can you save videos on Flickr? Here's the thing with videos, Mary Jane. Videos go to Vimeo. Watch, let me show you that. You saw with this is that screenshot. You can see the choice is to send it. You can see Flickr, okay? Watch what happens if I choose a video. That's going to change. Let me find a video, because you can recall you do videos and still images. I just have to find a video here. I'm just scanning back through looking for a video. Okay, here's a little video. Okay, so when whoa. Let's see what happened here. Hold on a second. Just a second here. Let me just get back out of there. There we go. Sorry, when I went to the video, it did a weird thing. But let me just go ahead and bring up the screenshot that I made, and you'll see it has a different choice. So let me bring back up the video. So when I bring up the video, the screenshot, hold on here, it's doing a weird thing. Oh, here we go. Okay, so here's the screenshot. See how it's different? You have message and email and iCloud, but notice now you have YouTube and Vimeo. So I don't know if you have a YouTube account or a Vimeo account, but that's how you get videos off of your iPad. And the nice thing about both of those, YouTube and Vimeo, they're free accounts, and you can bring them in privately, so nobody else can see them but you. So you can do that too. So Vimeo and YouTube, those are both options. So it just depends on, what you're trying to share. Okay. I don't know. Oh, we got a little question coming up there. Oh, no problem. You're welcome, Mary Jane. Okay, I don't know if anybody uses something called Dropbox. Dropbox is a free app. Sorry, I see let me expand back out my iPad. It shrunk again on me. Expand. There we go. So Dropbox is a free, a little. Okay, good. Let me show you Dropbox. I'm going to open that up. So here's Dropbox on my iPad. Watch what I can do. So you can see, if you're not familiar with Dropbox, Dropbox it's actually a website. It is a website. And with Dropbox, what you do is you put your files in there. It could be pictures, PDFs, videos, whatever. And no matter where you go, as long as you have an internet connection on your mobile device, such as your iPad, or if you go to Dropbox on your computer, you can see your files. So what does that mean? If I'm in Dropbox, you can see up in the left-hand corner I have 3 little dots. And if I tap on that, it says upload. Now, if I go into my camera roll, which is in my Photos app, all I need to look for, like for example, I'm going to find that video again. I'm going to select it, and I'm just going to say upload. Now what's happening, I don't know if you can see the little blue line going across, it's actually uploading the video into my Dropbox. Give that just a minute, let that upload. It's going across there. And let that finish up there. Okay, so the video is now loaded, so I'm going to close Dropbox on my iPad. I'm going to scoot the iPad out of the way. So I'm going to show you what this means. So I'm going to scoot the iPad out of the way. And what I'm going to do is I'm now back on my computer. Watch this. I actually have a folder here for my Dropbox. I go ahead and click that open. And let's see. Forgot the name of the video. Let's see. Hold on just a second. Okay. There we go. There's my video right there. So if I open up that video, it's actually right here is the video. And I could actually go ahead and just play that right on my computer. I can just hit play. Oops, sorry. So I can shoot a video on my iPad. I could send it up to YouTube. I can send it up to Vimeo. But I can also throw it in my Dropbox and just go over to my computer. And there it is too. So that's another way. I do see schools using Dropbox. Again, it's going to depend on, what your school will, let you have. All right, so bring back in the iPad. Okay, so we looked at Dropbox a little bit. Okay. All right, ladies, I see our time is flying by here. What I want to show you is there is a website that I've put some resources in for you, and I will also put the video in there later because I am recording all of this. So you can go back later. I'll actually record it, throw it up into YouTube, get a link for it, and you'll be able to click on the link and see the video. But there's actually one more thing I want to show you before I stop this. And this is actually something that you can actually do on your PC. So I don't know if your district is a Mac district or a PC district, but I want you to see a couple of screenshots here. Oh, Mary Jane's going to tell me, I think. If you're Mac or PC. Okay, PC mostly. Well, I got to show you something that's pretty neat then. All right, let me go here. Oh, I just have to get that back in alphabetical order. Okay, iCloud. Here we go. I want you to see something here. All right, there's something actually called the iCloud control panel for PC. What you do, it's just a small download. This is a screenshot of it off of my PC. So I download this onto my PC. Do you notice it actually has photos? It says photos right there. You should recognize that symbol. That's off of the iPad. So what I do is I go onto my iPad. So this is my iPad. And I go under Settings. And I go under iCloud on my iPad. And I turn on Photos. You can see it says Photos on. So I'm under my Settings, under iCloud, turn on the Photos. So I'll scoot that back out of the way. So then what I do when I go to my PC now is I have this control panel that this is what happens. Any picture that I take on my iPad goes over to my PC in my photo stream. And you can see in this picture up in the left-hand corner it says iCloud Photos. So that's pretty cool. I can just by downloading that control panel, I can make it so I can take pictures on my iPad and they'll go directly to my PC. So that's a pretty sweet deal. That's the iCloud control panel for Windows. Okay, so that's just something that you can use to actually get them over onto your PC. Bring back over my little iPad. All right. Now I'm going to go to my Safari app on my iPad because I want to give you, can you be selective? No, you can't be selective, Mary Jane. No selecting. Nope. No selecting. What you can do though, once they go over to your PC, you can just delete them off of the PC. They all come into that iCloud photo section, and you can just go ahead and just delete them off. So you would just delete them off of the PC, and you only delete them off of the PC, they'll still stay on the iPad. So that's pretty cool. Okay? So not a bad deal there. What I'm going to do is there's actually, I'm going to put this in here. There's a website that I want to share with you ladies. It's tinyurl.com/iPadSOS. Just want to share this with you. I'm going to let that come up there. Okay. So tinyurl.com/iPadSOS. And what I did, this is my website. Over on the left-hand side, you'll see everything's listed alphabetically. So I go down to Photos. So if you go down to Photos, you'll actually see some resources here for you. You'll see some resources here for you. And there is one thing on there that I didn't mention today, and that's something called AirDrop. That's a feature that's built into an iPad, an iPhone. The problem with it is you have to have newer iPads for AirDrop to be on there. So I don't even have AirDrop on my iPad. You'd have to have an iPad 4 or an iPad 5th generation. Those two just came out within the last year. So if you have those, you can actually drop files from iPad to iPad. So if your school gets newer iPads, but they have to be 4th generation or 5th generation, you can actually utilize the AirDrop feature. So in case you happen to get newer iPads, you can use that. But otherwise, everything else I showed you on there. And this is where I will also put the link. So the recording that I have today, I'll go ahead and I'm going to put the link to it so that you ladies can go back to it anytime that you want and go through and look at anything that we did. Also, I'm going to go ahead and give you, here's my email. Oh, didn't spell it right. Hold on a second. Gotta spell it right. Sorry, it's dmctuck@e1b.org. Okay, so utilize the website tinyurl.com/iPadSOS. Email me if you have any questions in the future. You can see the DMICTUC at e1b.org. And I think that's it for the day, ladies. My intention was to show you how you could get photos onto your iPad, using the camera app or screenshotting it or saving it off the internet. And then I wanted to show you what you could do with the photos. And I showed you some of those apps, and then again how you can get them off of the iPad. Okay. So you ladies have a good evening, and you're welcome for everything. And again, thank you, Mary Jane. And again, feel free to contact me at any time at dmctuck at e1b.org. So that's the end of my presentation, and thanks a lot for stopping by, ladies.